Now let's add some plugins to our Figma. Why it's important? Well, sometimes plugins can save you lots of your time. I prefer to use as less plugins as possible. Not because I don't like them, but because it's much easier to manage them, and also it's much easier to keep them in mind when you're creating something. So I usually use the plugins that actually help me with my work. I'm not installing every single plugin that I see somewhere in the internet or in the Figma community. No, I use the plugins. Sometimes I check them, I see, oh, that's interesting, I can try it. I try the plugin, I see if I'm going to use this plugin in the future or not, and if yes, I keep it. If not, I delete it. And also at the same time, I try to keep in mind that the less plugins that I have, the better for me, because in this case, I'll be more resourceful, and also I can achieve the same results with much less things than before. Than using, let's imagine that I have 100 plugins, and yes, I can do lots of stuff using plugins, but still, I can have only 2 or 3 and they will cover like 90% of my work. So why to use 100 then? If you know the rule of the law of Pareto, like 80% of results you achieve with 20% of effort. So basically this is what I use with plugins. 20% of, even less, like 2% of plugins and 98% of results achieved just by using my hands and just by using understanding of what I'm creating. And in lots of the cases, I will not use plugins. Today, you'll learn how to, in this particular lesson, you'll learn how to install plugins, how to use them, and we will use one particular plugin that will help us in the future in our graphic design model, in our content creators module, web design, mobile apps, not in game UI, but trust me, this plugin is really super useful when you're creating absolutely anything in Figma, whether you're creating it for yourself or for clients or in the company where you are working at. The plugin that we'll install today will be Unsplash. First of all, where to find plugins? Well, just simply on the canvas, somewhere on the canvas, right click of your mouse or right click of your touchpad on your laptop, and here you will find plugins. You will see recents. By default, most likely you will not see any plugins here. You will see just saved plugins, development, and find more plugins. And what you just need to know from the very beginning, if you don't have any plugins, just simply click find more plugins here. And if you know the name of the plugin, maybe you saw it somewhere on Instagram, in Instagram post, or maybe you found it somewhere in an article or on YouTube video or just anywhere else, you just start typing this name here, like Unsplash, and you will see it directly here. If you don't know the name and if you want to explore plugins that are added to Figma community, just simply scroll down here. You will see some trending plugins and you can run them immediately in the file you are working with, or you can click browse more in community. When you went to browse more in community, scroll down a little bit, and by the community, for the community, you will see here some filters. And in the filters, choose Figma. Here, choose plugins, then paid plus free or just free, depending on whether you are going to pay for plugins or not. All creators following or Figma partners only. Choose all creators, and then you can choose trending or recent and take a look at what people are using. Here on the right side, you will see how many people are using this plugin, how long ago it was updated, who created this plugin, then the name of this plugin, what this plugin is doing, and the icon of the plugin, so it will be easier for you in the future to find it, for example. HTML to design. Wow, cool. interesting. Material design icons, text to design. So many plugins and tools are available for you today, like hundreds of them, hundreds. And of course, it's really hard to choose something that you need. My idea, my philosophy is use as less components as possible, as less elements as possible, as less layers as possible, and as less plugins as possible, because it will keep your mind clear on what you're creating, and you can achieve the same results using less elements than you think. Once you create your first typography style guide, you'll understand how easy it is to create typography style guides using just only like 5 typefaces for almost all of your projects. In the future, later you will create your color style guide, your first UI kit, your first design system, and with that design system you will be able to update it easily. But once it was created, that's it. That's it. Just use it. Just use it. And the same with plugins. Try to understand whether you need this plugin or not. If you definitely need that at this particular moment, use it, install it, find it from here. Want to learn more about it? Grayscale to black opacity? I have no idea what this means, but let's take a look. Oh, super simple text reducer powered by AI. Third-party payment. I don't want to overwhelm you with payments. Let's just take a look what this plugin is doing. Not so popular, just 76 people are using it. Let's take a look at something different, like a wireframe generator powered by ChatGPT. Okay, click here, scroll up, and then you will see the description what this plugin is doing. A wireframe generator powered by ChatGPT. Say hello to more inspiration and productivity. Tell me what you want, designed with just one click. Okay, this plugin is approved. Then you read the description if you want to, and then you're like, yeah, actually I want to try it. So you click try it out, and a new file will be created with the name of this plugin, and later you will be able to run this plugin. Then just press run. What do you want to design today? And let's imagine that, okay, I want to design a landing page for my company that is providing UX design services. Design. I'm using this plugin for the very first time in my life because I want to show you how it works immediately with you. Imagine that you are sitting just right behind me and looking what I'm doing. So you're just following what another designer is doing, and boom, done. So as I can see, this plugin is not creating websites, it creates mobile apps. Maybe, just maybe, it can create a landing page. If I say I create a desktop landing page, just maybe it would create me a landing page. But as you can see that it creates me an Android mobile application, UX design services, okay, portfolio, about, contact, and I don't know who created that, but honestly it looks like a mix of iOS and Android components together with a really poor old style design. But well, that's fine. Maybe for some people it will be enough. Not for me, but for some people it will be enough. It's cool that it already has some components, and these components have already auto layouts. They have like selection and cheap group. Awesome. So you can start with this one. But the main idea of this lesson is about plugins. And now you know that, okay, I now know the plugin Wireframe Designer. Let's remove this one. How to run the plugin again, if you want to. When you know that it's called Wireframe Designer, press Command P or Control P and start typing Wireframe Designer or Wireframe Designer. You will see the option given you in this area. You can just press return or enter, or just click on this area and you will run the plugin. Another way to do that, right click, plugins, recents, Wireframe Designer. If you don't have it in recents, right click, plugins, run last plugin, and then if you used it last time, it will be here. If not, saved plugins, and find here wireframe designer. If it's not here, then you just haven't saved it yet, which is absolutely fine. The next way to do that, just click here, plugins, and start typing wireframe designer, run, and it will be here again. So many options, but the fastest one, and my recommendation is for you, is Command P and start typing the name of the plugin. Let's get back now to our lesson about plugins, and the plugin that I recommend you to start running is Unsplash. To do that, just simply click here, plugins, and start typing Unsplash. Once you found it, press run. Now you have this plugin, and this plugin is incredible because it allows you, if you know the website unsplash.com, it has hundreds, thousands, and probably millions of photos that you can use in your designs. For example, if you are not providing photography services for your clients, you can take images right from here, like editorial. Okay, fine. Presets. So there are some different categories, and from here you can choose a particular category, and random photo from this category will be added. Or you can start searching for something particular. Let's imagine I'm looking for a car, Audi, and then I'll see photos only with this car. Not only with this car, but the photos that have a tag added by the creator, by the photographer, Audi to their photo. Here, Ferrari, enter, and I see different Ferrari. It doesn't mean that you will see Ferraris only. It just means that you can find it right from here, and it can be even computer, and you will see different computers. Or you can close search and you can choose category like minimal, and it will provide you different photos in the minimal style. You can even choose relevance latest, and also portrait, landscape mode, or square. It's super useful when you're creating, for example, a website or mobile application. You need a particular direction of the photo, like orientation of the photo. How it works actually, because yes, I ran this plugin, but how I can apply it? Let's imagine I took this photo, but that's it. What happened? Well, first of all, you need to select something, so this photo will be applied to that. If you create a frame and then click on the photo, then this photo will be added as a fill layer to your frame, as a background for your frame. Let's imagine we don't want that. We are creating a website, then create a shape inside of it, like this, like a rectangle, for example. And then inside of the shape, you can, while it's selected, you select the photo from Unsplash here, and it will be added to your shape. The next thing, what you can do, you can go to presets, choose from here, and the random photo from presets will be added. Space, wait a little bit, done. Technology, done. The next thing, what you can do, editorial. This is just additional section, and you can choose photos from here. But the main idea that you can choose images from here. Once we start working with graphic design or create websites or mobile apps with Figma, I will not be using a particularly prepared photos that I created myself. No, I will use the images that you will be able to use as well, together with me. And we will be using Unsplash because it's the fastest way to find images for your designs. It will be super fun and easy to create something using just this one plugin. And if you have already installed many plugins, that's fine. It's your workflow, just follow it if it makes your workflow efficient. If you've never used plugins, my recommendation for you is just go here, click on this icon, select plugins, and start typing in Unsplash, press run, and start using this plugin. You don't need to install anything else to create more plugins, to add more plugins. Just start with this one, because that's exactly what we'll be using for our future work. And then little by little, the more complex project we will be creating, I will show you how to use some other plugins. Today, just use Unsplash. You can also use Command P, Unsplash, Enter, and then first of all, select what you want to use, done. And congratulations, you just added a new image that would look cool here. Something like a login screen to food life. I don't know, just random name here. Food life, bold 90. And here I will have the inputs that will allow me to log in to this website or web app. And from there I will do something. But basically the image for the website is already created. I don't have to create it myself, but it will be already done. So go and install plugin Unsplash. And you can play with other plugins if you want to, but for now, Unsplash will be more than enough. I'll see you in the next lesson.